All right, the title is correct. I am going to URBEX my own house. It is not a commentary on Mrs. Desert Dog's housekeeping. However, it is my house, or was my house, and we're going to take a little jaunt down this road and go check it out. Well, one thing I noticed right off the bat is they repaved this road. This road used to be nasty, tar snakes and potholes and you name it. So right along here, along one of these telephone poles here, when they were first building this house out here, there was a dead cow. It sat there for, I don't know, weeks. It just got bigger and bigger and finally just went poop, and it was gross. Somebody finally came along, picked it up, got it out of the way because it stunk like heck. We're riding over the Cap right now, and those mountains you see over there, I live just on the other side of them, towards that end. So I'm not really too far away. The area I live in has a large Air Force base called Luke Air Force Base. I think it's down at, I think it's in Peoria or Glendale. It's kind of down in that general vicinity. I know exactly where it is because I like to watch the jets take off occasionally, and they do fly over my house. I get a daily flyover, but somewhere out in here is Luke's auxiliary field. So if there's a jet, they train F-16s there and F-35s. Somewhere out in here is an auxiliary field. So if they're having trouble, they can actually land the plane out here. And I'm pretty sure this is the right turn. Now, the front half of this place was developed and people moved in and stuff. The second part, and I'll explain later, was developed but never moved into. As you can see, we roll past that one and then come into the second phase portion. It looks like they're getting ready to put up some fencing, or maybe someone started putting up fencing and stopped. So my road was the last one in this phase. I wanted to be out as far as I could and be on the outer skirts of it. And we have arrived. I don't want to pull in because there's debris and tire causing flat debris. So we'll hop off here and head in. Okay, so this is Casa del Blanco that never was. So just to preface this, it's not a sad thing or a bad thing. It's just whatever happened. I'm morbidly curious, so I come out here every year, a couple of years or whatever. And people that have watched my channel for a long time have actually seen this. So I'm kind of doing it as an urbexing my own house. So I figured someone might get a kick out of that. And some of the folks that weren't subscribed way back when will get a chance to see it. So cool. We'll move on here. So apparently, I didn't even recall, but number was 198. There was a 3-car garage. But it got pretty well along. A lot of these houses were ready to be sold. I mean, some of those you can see over across the way are in various states of building, and it was kind of cool because you could get a lot of different options. Like this one across the way, you've got a house, but then you can put an RV garage in the back. There's kind of a lot of cool features that you could. That's one of the reasons why we were out here. As I walk through the front yard, kind of remembering this drainage. They changed it like 5 or 6 times. Was one of the delays that they had with the house, or with a lot of the houses. The county ran them through the ringer, from what I understand. Well, let's enter, shall we? Wow, looks like the birds have been living in here. At one point in time, you can see all the walls are ripped up. They came through and pulled all the plumbing out of here, the copper. So one of the things that I noticed, you can see all this blue tape. We'd gotten to the point where we were ready to move in. This blue tape that you see is the imperfections that my wife was pointing out in the paint. They went around, and if you've ever bought a house, at least the Phoenix area, you go through your inspection and you mark all the things that were that are messed up. So this was a living room. We had a gas fireplace over there. It's kind of got to be a little bit weird. I don't know if anybody's ever had an URBEX with someone that was actually supposed to be living there, but there's the that's the whole entertainment center. We paid extra to put in French doors instead of the sliders. This was the kitchen. All the cabinets are gone. I assume someone took them for their garage. Amazingly enough, there's still some copper down there. But all the appliances are gone. They've been gone for years. That post right there, I remember they were supposed to they ended up having to put that in later. Or actually, they replaced it. That's what it was. My wife, they had a big crack in the original one, and she made them come back and replace that. So this would have been, this is like the office. You can tell by the data cables and all that stuff. This was going to be a 2-person office in here. Double doors out there, and it was one of those optional rooms or something like that, as I recall. And this was the second bathroom. Double lav, regular old bathtub. Looks like they took the toilet out. Not much left in here. Hope I can get all this bird poop off my feet. This was one of 2 additional bedrooms. Big deal. Down here was a additional bedroom down here. I was going to make this my gun room. Well, looked out over the mountains. I don't know if you can see them out there. Right over there's Red Pikachu. Yeah, White Pikachu's hiding. But there's some great riding over in those mountains over there. Let's go to the other side. So the flooring, you can't tell because of all the bird poop, was a really cool slate. On the entryway we had that tile wood, and took us a long time. We had the rock chips put in there. That was pretty cool. This right here would be the dining area. It's kind of like a all open concept. Little utility corridor into the master bedroom. Yeah, we came from New England, and our house back there had all wood floors in it, so we had the tile wood floor put in here. Kind of, warmed it up a little bit versus the tile you see out here all the time. So this is the master bathroom, or ensuite, I guess they call in those fancy shows, walk-in closet kind of thing. My wife was deathly afraid of this tub. Not afraid, but she doesn't like the windows. The windows had a coating on them so you couldn't see through. Nice little shower here. Then we had a door out to the deck right off the master bedroom, or patio, whatever. But it was like an acre, just less than an acre and a quarter. Enough to put the toy hauler out here and just have some space away from neighbors. It's kind of dark in here, but we had a nice little laundry room with a utility sink and stuff right off the garage. So this would have been the garage, 2 car, 1 car, another utility sink out here, but motorcycle ATV space over there. And obviously room for both vehicles over here. We made sure that there was a straight shot out so my wife could see her way out of the garage. But nice sizable, good sized ceilings and stuff. Access to the attic. So I didn't want to take too long with this, and I don't know if there's anybody looking at this stuff out here, if there's security or whatever. I think it's been pretty well abandoned for quite a few years. Like I said, it's not a sad thing or anything like that. It's just more of a curiosity. What actually happened was they strung us all out, nearly everybody here, for several years with this problem and that problem, and I think they were just having financial difficulties. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But the developer went Tango uniform and left probably, I think there was like 10 or 15 people out here in the lurch. I only lost like I think like $5,600 or something like that. But we had a lot of time invested and that kind of thing. So we were kind of ticked off um, when it happened, but probably things, happen for the best anyway. They usually do. They usually worked out. It's like 10 years ago. Um, would have been a cool house and everything, but we ended up getting a toy hauler anyway and a diesel pickup, and we've been fairly happy where we're at anyway. But at this point, hopefully we'll be looking at a new place with this kind of size and stuff eventually in the next near term. So, but we've just kind of kept where we're at. Kind of kept where we're at because it's was easy to maintain, cheap, and all that kind of thing. So, but that's an URBEX of my own house. There's all the other ones are probably pretty similar and probably in pretty similar shape. Looks like someone put a fence around that one and started working on it. And there's even some security cameras over there. There's some old boys on ATVs. All right. This vlog is over.